Pradeep Cholayil, the Chairman and Managing Director of Cholayil Private Limited, the owner of Medimix brand. He'll be speaking on the topic of building brands. So let's welcome Dr. Sudhanya for the guest introduction.
A brand is a voice, a product is a souvenir. Mr. Pradeep Cholayil, the chairman and the managing director of Cholayil Private Limited, CPL, is leading company's aggressive growth and diversification plans. Under his stewardship, Medimix has become the world's largest selling natural wellness product. Mr. Pradeep Cholayil joined the Cholayil stable in 1983 and has held various roles within the company. His dynamic and enterprising leadership has positioned CPL as a key player in the FMG industry both in India and internationally. Medimix has received multiple awards such as Femina Power Brand of the Year, the Best Brand of the Year, ETI Iconic Brand of the Year, ET Sharks Award. Additionally, CPL has been recognized a great place to work. Mr. Pradeep Cholayil, on the personal front, is an accomplished photographer and he is the man behind Green Passion, a book showcasing the rich tradition of Ayurvedic plants and herbs. Plants and herbs are cultivated at Cholayil's Medicinal Plant Conservation Park, an 80-acre herbs park in southern part of Tamil Nadu. I invite Mr. Pradeep Cholayil to the dais and enrich us on the topic of building brands. Over to you, sir.
Good morning to all of you.
Good morning, sir.
Sorry for starting a delay. I think technology always become a handicap. So it's, somewhere technology does not fit always the way we want. I'm really happy that I've been invited to speak in MCC Boyd Tandon School of Business. I'm so happy that I'm addressing to students, and it's wonderful to address to all of you. I'm sure you will have some learning from me from my presentation. And I'd like to thank Director David Johar for inviting me for this presentation. And it is a wonderful thought of him to inviting me for this presentation. Thank you. So Medimix milestone journey is the topic which I'm going to talk on. Medimix brand is part of Cholayil Private Limited, a company which has been a tradition but modern in thoughts and approach, a dominant player with strong brand equity in the personal care industry. Our brand Medimix is an intrinsic part of households across India. We are coming from a very traditional Ayurvedic family from Kerala. We are almost a 300-year-old family it is. Our forefathers were all well-known Ayurvedic Vaidyas. All the Vaidyas were well-known. And out of that, one particular Vaidya, Brahma Rishi, Cholayil Kunjumami Vaidyar. He was a phenomenal person. He was an amazing person. His cure was a great scholar in Sanskrit and handled 8 divisions of Ayurveda treatments, highly ranked in Ayurvedic science. Divinity in his treatment was treatment. His treatment was something provided, miraculous cures were provided to people when he cured people. And the interesting part, he had visited all the way to Sri Lanka to give treatments. That's an amazing thing. Even in those age, he had traveled all the way to Sri Lanka to give treatment in Sri Lanka. In 1969, Medimix gave the birth. It's an interesting year, in fact. ISRO was started in 1969. 14 banks were nationalized in 1969. Rajdhani Express was introduced in India. So all these number of interesting phenomena happened in the year 1969. The brand Medimix was started by my father. Dr. Siddhan. He was a doctor by profession. He was a allopathic doctor by profession, and he was working in the Indian Railways. So that is the small history of the Medimic's birth. When he was working in the Indian Railways, he came across people who are having skin problems. The skin problems were very intrinsic problems, and they were all the workers who were working in the railways, especially the Kalasi workers and people like that. So when he was trying to give treatment for skin problems, he found many patients whom he gave treatment skin problems, they never used the creams or lotions which has been provided to them. They forgot to apply it. So this made him to understand, think deeply, is there a solution where I can come out with giving a solution to that they make them to use the medicine regularly. So this thought for him gave him the interesting way. Though he was an allopathic doctor, he had a good understanding of Ayurveda because all his forefathers were all Ayurvedic Vaidyas. So when he was thinking about it, he came across one particular Ayurvedic oil which was used by the Vaidyas in those earlier years, which was very good for skin problems. So he thought came to me, why can't I convert this Ayurvedic oil into a soap? This Ayurvedic oil contains 18 Ayurvedic herbs. So those 18 Ayurvedic herbs only we still continue to use in Medimix. So that's how the birth of Medimix was given. So it is a very interesting way he thought about it, and that's how Medimix birth was given. It was my mother who was very much supportive for him, though she is not an educated person. She is just for schooling. Though he was from a schooling and all those things, because my father was working in the Indian Railways, he had limitations. Being a government person, he can't be running a business on his own. So everything was done by my mother. My mother used to run the factory, mother used to run the offices, mother used to take care of the banking systems, everything was done him. So my father every day morning, he used to wake up early morning, he comes to office, he sits in the office and he used to take care of everything. So the interesting part was Medimix gave birth in railway quarters. We were living in the railway quarters. In the railway quarters outhouse only Medimix birth was given. So that is the birth of Medimix, and my mother was very supportive for my father, and now both my father and mother is not with us. So the early days of Medimix, how Medimix was manufactured, these are the early days pictures of Medimix. Every process in Medimix was 100% handmade. You can see everything was handmade. There's no machineries used and all those things. It was a handmade process. Evolution of Medimix brand. Medimix brand has evolution in the different styles, in the different wrappers. When originally we launched it, we had only a wrapper, which is the wrapper one. Then from wrapper we shifted to monocartons, and then monocarton, when we shifted itself, we had quite a number of changes or iterations happened in the designs, to taking care, seeing that we are being modernized into when we moved into. And when we moved from a wrapper packing to monocarton, it was the first time, I think, in India, a monocarton soap was available. We were the first to launch a monocarton Medimix. So we were the first, in fact, in the soap itself to launch a monocarton. And the interesting part, the wrapper design. The wrapper design was done by my father friend. His name is Dr. Pavitran, and he was very well known in those days in the film fraternity and all those things. His wife, Sheila Pavitran, she was a designer, she was an artist by profession, she was an artist, this thing. So she only designed this particular wrapper design. So this wrapper design, that way it is everything is inborn, nothing is no outbound this thing strategy or other thing. Everything is inbound. Even the very name coining of the word Medimix is done by my father. Before 2007, there's a important date which I am giving it, importance giving before 2007 and after 2007. Before 2007, we were done different varieties of advertisements. Most of the advertisements will be specifically mentioning about skin problems. We were known for a soap good for skin problems like prickly heat, itches, skin diseases, dandruff, and all these type of problems where our soap was good. So all our communication used to be very focused on skin problems and how our soap, when they use it for skin problems, is good for a good curative. And the interesting part, you could have noticed in the right side, there are a lot of God cards. We used to participate in all types of festivals. All religious festivals we used to participate, and in that religious festivals we used to distribute God cards. The interesting thought behind God cards is suppose we had distributed instead of a God card a pamphlet or a leaflet, people who have not even read it, they will just throw it. But when we issued the God cards, we see that God cards, they take it home, they keep it in their pocket or they keep it in their wallet. So that is what the significance, the name Medimix is being carried with them wherever they go. So that is what the most interesting thing about these God cards. God cards, even now sometimes when I go to some places, I can still find Medimix God cards, people are having it. So that is what the most important thing. Then of course we had participated in many festivals, we had different, in fact our hand fans were very popular. We used to have hand fans and those hand fans were distributed in all the festivals and all those things. And in fact you can see the Trishur Puram. In the Trishur Puram we used to distribute hand fans. I could get pictures of the entire Puram was people were carrying our hand fans. So any guesses who's the music director? Yeah, you're right. It was music is being directed by A.R. Rahman. Those days he was known as Dilip, and Dilip only has directed this music. And any guesses who is the playback singer? Sushila. Correct. So it's so nice. It was sung by Sushila. I think this is one of our first commercial she has sang. She has done only for playback singing, but this is the first time she sang for a commercial. And it was so nice to hear from our director that whenever he used to go to any railway stations, any railway station in those days, if you go railway station or bus stand, if you go, the televisions in that bus stand, railway stations will be playing this music. That's one of the most important things. This music was played in almost all the railway stations and bus stands in the southern part of India. We were prominently available only in southern part of India those days, so it was there. The another one more interesting thing was those days video cassettes were very popular. Only we used to watch movies using a video cassette. And the interesting part in the video cassette which I tried doing was, I said our advertisement should appear only in last 10 seconds. Before the final climax happens, only before climax this thing happens only, our ad should be played. And if you see almost all the old video cassettes, our advertisements will be there in almost every video cassette our advertisement, and you will be find our advertisement being played only in the last 10 seconds. So people will never forget to this thing to see our advertisements.
பாப்பாவும் கூட வந்திருக்கு. சரி, இதெல்லாம் கொடுங்க. வேர்க்குரு பவுடர், முகப்பரு கிரீம், பொடுகு ஷாம்பு, அப்புறம் பியூட்டி சோப். அம்மா அம்மா, தாத்தாவுக்கு ஆன்டிசெப்டிக் லோஷன் மறந்துட்டியே. அதெல்லாம் மறந்துருங்க. மெடிமிக்ஸ் ஆயுர்வேதிக் பாத் சோப் மட்டும் வாங்குங்க. அது 18 மூலிகைகளோட சுத்தமான தேங்காய் எண்ணெயில தயாரானது. பொடுகு, முகப்பரு, வேர்க்குருவியும் தடுக்குது. சர்மத்துக்கும் கேசத்துக்கும் நல்ல அழகு கொடுக்குது. அப்படின்னா விலை ரொம்ப ஜாஸ்தியா இருக்குமே. அதெல்லாம் மறந்துருங்க. மெடிமிக்ஸ் வெறும் 6 ரூபாய் தான். வெறும் 6 ரூபாய் தானா? அப்படின்னா அம்மா அதெல்லாம் மறந்துருங்க. பரிபூர்ண ஆயுர்வேத பொடிகளுக்கு குடும்ப பராமரிப்பு சோப் மெடிமிக்ஸ்.
So this particular advertisement, when it was released, and we got 100% growth in that particular year. So this advertisement was a phenomenal success for us, and the word Adalla Maradanga became so popular. It was even in the state assembly and all those things where they are talked about this Adalla Maradanga for whenever they want to have something to be passed. They said Adalla Maradanga. So that's the way so popular the word Adalla Maradanga became, and it was such an interesting advertisement. So in the year 2004, we decided to professionalize our sales and marketing. We brought a very good professional team of head of sales and marketing, head of human resources, head of finance, head of information technology, head of exports. We had all the departments, we had professionals into it, and in fact the head of sales we selected he is from IIM Ahmedabad. So that's the way we progressed into professionalizing Cholayil.
Change is a necessity. Change is the sign of growth. Change inspires us to make things better. Today, we are the world's largest selling Ayurvedic soap, but our aspirations are even higher. We want to be the leaders in Ayurveda, and to succeed, we need to be more contemporary, have a pan-Indian appeal, and have a face that can extend into other categories. Well, we needed to change the pack and the shape. So, we assigned the task to Ray and Keshavan, a leading design agency with wide acclaim. One design became the choice of the majority. The new refreshing trendy pack of Medimix Ayurvedic soap. It's here to capture the modern and evolving market.
It's a great change. This change is happening after 35 years Medimix in existence. I'm sure this pack change is going to make a big difference in the market, and this is just a beginning. We are going to come out with more and more extensions of the brand Medimix.
Let's celebrate the change.
There's an interesting story about the change of Medimix pack. My father was not at all ready for the change. He did not want to move from the black and red pack. He wanted to continue to be in the black and red pack. And I said, we need to modernize. We need to go to the newer and newer younger generations, and they don't prefer a black and red pack. They need to look, and we need to have our pack connoting it's more of Ayurveda, because the black and red pack does not no way connotes it's an Ayurvedic pack. It's an Ayurvedic product. So we need to have the Q of Ayurveda into it. So it was very tough it was to convince him to agree to him to say, okay, you can go and make a change. Very interesting anecdote is there in the whole thing. That time was when my father decided he wants to buy a Benz car. So he decided to have a Benz car. So I asked him, when I was talking to him, what made you to move? You are having an ambassador car. The same car had the 4 wheels. This car also has the 4 wheels. What made you to move from an ambassador car to a Benz car? So same is the case with the pack change. You need to have a better quality packing, and that's the one thing which convinced him to an extent, asking, okay, you can go for the change. And that's how this change gave birth.
மறைந்து மறைந்து வாழ்வதே வாழ்வதே மறைந்து மறைந்து வாழ்வதே மறைந்து 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 வாழ்வதே. இப்பொழுது புதிய ரூபத்திலே மெடிமிக்ஸ், அதே 18 மூலிகைகளும் அதே தேங்காய் எண்ணெயின் நற்குணங்களும் உங்களுக்கு தருகிறது விடுதலை ஸ்கின் ப்ராப்ளம்ஸில் இருந்து. மறைந்து மறைந்து வாழ்வதே மெடிமிக்ஸ்.
So this is the first advertisement we released when the pack change happened, and this is how we communicated to the consumers the Medimix pack has changed. Life doesn't always introduce you to the people you want to meet. Sometimes life puts you in touch with the people you need to meet, to help you, to hurt you, to leave you, to love you, and to gradually strengthen you into the person you were meant to be. In 2007, a family split happened. The business was, we used to do the business, myself and my brother-in-law, that is my sister's husband, we both used to together used to do the business. So due to some difference of opinions, the change happened and there's a split in the family happened. So because of the split, he was given the southern market, which is the most potential market for Medimix, because Medimix gave birth in southern market, and I was given the rest of India market and international market. So as a leader, I was challenged, and I will just now take you through the challenges I had gone through it in making this split, how progressively I have taken the challenges, and how well I have succeeded in my challenges. A startup is for those who will create new maps and being willing to explore new paths, and not for those who prefer a guide tour of the future. So some of the challenges which we had faced when the split happened. When the split happened, I did not have a factory on my own. I had to start a new factory. The new factory was started in Haridwar, and during those times we were having tax incentives, and that's one of the reasons. And also for me, from the logistic point, because I was handling rest of India, the north, east and western markets. So from the logistic point, a factory in Haridwar made all the more difference. I had faced challenges in getting raw materials because I for one, I was always in marketing, sales and finance. And entire operations and supply chain all was handled by my brother-in-law. So I never had any idea about running a factory, how to run a factory, nothing of that sort. So it was a green field for me. In the green field, I had to survive. So as the production, the sales team, I had to have a new set of sales team. Advertisements, I could not do it because of my low business volumes. And there was a lot of attritions happen. In fact, almost all the professionals which I had taken, all of them have left. They had all left. And of course, cash flow will get affected. The profits also will get affected. Now, 5x for the business growth for 2007 to 2023 was the 5P strategy: production, expansion, promotion, advertising activities, portfolio expansion, people professionalizing and expansion. So we started a new factory in Haridwar. That factory, when we started, we had almost 300 tons of soaps which we manufactured has to be recycled because we were not able to get the quality. I for one, I always insist that quality is the most important thing. Today, what we are and why people prefer Medimix products is only because of the quality. We never ever try to compromise in quality. Everywhere we insist the quality is the most important thing. And one important thing which I did was there are a lot of, we were having not permanent workers. We used to have casual workers, contract workers. And contract workers, and being Haridwar those days, in the early days, they were all farmers. And farmers coming to a factory was something new. And they never had any principle of coming to time or coming or any of those things. And they used to absent themselves from coming to factory. So one thought came to me, why don't I put up a canteen? And I started a canteen and I gave to all the workers a subsidized food. And that when it started, naturally the attendance level improved. Attendance level was phenomenally well. The other interesting part of this Haridwar factory is I still remember all these workers, they all prefer to chew this pan parak. And they used to chew pan parak and they used to spit across the factory. Any place they find in the factory, they split. And that was the thing. And they never had any hygiene at all. Hygiene conditions were very, very poor. And even our washrooms and the way they used to maintain and all those things were absolutely the same. So, but today, the same factory, you will not even find even one spot of pan parak in the factory. That's the way education was done. We told them what are the side effects and bad effects of chewing pan parak, and they should not spit pan parak inside the factory. And today, if you go into factory's washrooms, they are kept clean and neat. One thing I learned is, whenever I make my factory visit, I ensure that I visit the washrooms of the factory workers. That's one of the part of my agenda of visiting my factory. If I visit my factory, I will 100% I will visit the washroom. And it has been told, if the washroom is being maintained clean and neat, that shows your factory is maintained clean and neat. So that's the way the thought is, and I've been doing it and I've been successful in doing that. And today we have interesting kaizens happening. We are doing almost every month new kaizens happens in the factory. And the maintenance team and the factory, everybody puts their best efforts in having kaizens. And interestingly, we have won many awards from CII, QCFI, and all those people awards we have won. We have won platinum awards, we have won gold awards, and several awards we were achieving it because of our kaizens. And we have one more factory in Tada, Andhra Pradesh. This factory actually, I got it when the separation happened. This factory was an existing factory, so I could get this factory in my hands. And this particular factory is largely for our export business. This factory is largely only for export business, and we manufacture all our personal care products in this factory only. And we have an extraction unit also. All the Ayurvedic herbs which we use, we extract it, and those extraction only we use for the products. So there's always a staff welfare is there. They have sports, they have a vegetable garden, and all those things. And it is a nice, whenever I visit my factory, both my factories, both Haridwar and Tada factory, I do a tree plantation. So I have so many trees growing in my factory, the trees which I have planted when I visited the factories. That's one nice thing. And also you will notice the national flag is flying. All our factories, all our office, we fly the national flag every day.
मैं कोई फिल्म स्टार नहीं हूँ, ना ही मैं जन्नत की हूँ। मैं हूँ। मैं रोजाना मेडिमिक्स इस्तेमाल करती हूँ।
मेडिमिक्स खमोरियों को दूर रखता है,
खारे पानी में भी झाग देता है। मेडिमिक्स 100% शाकाहारी है। कहते हैं मेडिमिक्स नारियल तेल के गुण और आयुर्वेद की 18 अद्भुत जड़ी बूटियों से बना है। पर मेरा मानना है कि मेडिमिक्स एक ही चीज से बनता है, सच्चाई। मैं जानती हूँ कि ये काम करेगा। मेडिमिक्स आयुर्वेदिक सोप, सच्चाई।
So this particular advertisement, it happened after nearly 2 years. 2 years we were totally absent from any advertisements because of the this thing. We never had any advertisement. We did not do any promotions at all. Without any promotions, we were running the business. So this is the advertisement which we came out in 2009, and this particular when this advertisement was released, we had that particular year a 40% growth. So this advertisement was a very phenomenal advertisement. We had a good success in this advertisement. This is one of the most important decisions we have taken. In 2015, we were present in nearly 458 districts. In North, East and West, we were present in 458 districts. We took a decision that we don't need to be present in so many number of districts because all districts were not giving the returns. Whereas several districts were giving only few lakhs of rupees or few thousands of business. Why should we be present in those districts? And there used to be a sales team, and the sales team used to visit there. We used to be having distributors, and distributors has to doing a very paltry sum of business. And that was all taking care of our overheads. Our overheads, because of these number of districts, our it was getting disturbed. So we took a decision. For example, in the eastern region, we had 161 districts we were present. We decided that we will be there present only in 6 districts. In the western region, 161 districts we are present. We decided that we will be present only in 36 districts. And northern region, 136 districts, and we present only 21 districts. And we were 458 districts, and from 458, we decided that we will be present only in 63 districts. And that decision made a big difference. Our turnover increased, our PBT improved, everything happened once this rationalization of districts happened. Many people will not accept to this decision what we have taken, but it is the success of our today what we are is because of this district rationalization. So this big journey begins with the small steps. We were an 80 crore company, and from 80 crore in 2018 we became a 200 crore company. So the present 2018 to 2023, we decided to go to have a brand ambassador. Brand ambassador is very, very important in the personal care products because people get associated with the brand ambassador and the brand. So we decided to have Parniti Chopra as our brand ambassador, and it's a call which we have taken. It's an expensive call we have taken, but it's worth the call, and we had gotten the growth.
कट पिंपल हेलमेट पहना दे शूट पुश करें क्या धूल पोल्यूशन से अगर आता भी पिंपल तो उसे कंट्रोल करना है इतना सिंपल मेडिमिक्स एंटी पिंपल फेस वॉश नीम एलोवेरा जैसे 6 हर्ब्स करे पिंपल कंट्रोल पहली वॉश से और दे पिंपल फ्री चेहरा यानी स्किन फिट विद फास्ट एक्टिंग आयुर्वेदा.
So it's an important thing that we launched a face wash, and the face wash today we are having a growth in the face wash business, and it's been successfully used across the markets which are present, and it's been very, very people like to use our product, and they find, in fact, one of the face washes which we have is 8 herbs with face wash, and we say in 3 days you use our face wash, you will have a pimple cure, and that's been very strongly this thing. And we have medical certificate for what we claim. So the current brand ambassador is Katrina Kaif. She is a very, very popular artist, and she is the brand ambassador for Medimix right now.
बड़ी छोटी हर
हर मर्जी चलाओ बिना स्किन की फिक्र किए। मेडिमिक्स जो है इसके 18 हर्ब्स और नेचुरल ऑयल स्किन को रखे क्लियर, ग्लोइंग और हमेशा स्किन फिट। मेडिमिक्स, स्किन फिट रहो, मन मर्जियां करो।
So this is a very, very successfully running advertisement of Medimix, and it's been aired across all the markets which we are present. Medimix is present in globally. We are present nearly in 30 countries. Mostly we are in the Middle East. We are quite a popular brand, and in the Middle East, all the countries in the Middle East, Medimix is available. And the most interesting part in our Medimix success is our presence in Taiwan. Now, in Middle East, we have expats, the Indian origin people, and so the people who are know Medimix only will try to buy Medimix. Of course, we are able to get the nationals also into the fold, but the interesting part, we are present in Taiwan. Taiwan is one of the biggest business currently for Medimix. In Taiwan, we sell our Medimix glycerin soap successfully. It's one of the largest sold soap in Taiwan right now, and we are making a big success. We are a big successful brand in Taiwan. In Taiwan, if you ask any Taiwanese, they will know Medimix. So even among the locals, we have become popular, where there is no Indian presence are there. Without even an Indian presence, we are making a success. Similarly, today we are becoming a successful brand even in Japan. Japan, Medimix is becoming popular in almost all the supermarkets and all those places. Medimix is found, and there are good offtakes happens on the Medimix. So this is the big growth from 90. Today we are a 400 crore company, and it's a growth which we are proud of. In a year, this thing, we have become a 400 crore company. So today we have a large portfolio of brands. We are there in body washers, we are there in hand washers, face washers, body creams, henna, intimate hygiene wash, and we are there in almost all products. And most of the products we are largely to the export market. We are catering to the largest export market and to the Indian market also. We have a good management team right now. Appointed a CEO. CEO was required for this thing because I personally felt we need to have good systems and processes, and that good systems and processes we need to have a CEO. So CEO was appointed last year, and he came into this thing, and he is an IIM Ahmedabad, and he has worked in Nestle's, Imami, and good companies, and he has got a good sales and marketing experience, and he is leading the business now. And we have only professionals running the business. We have an expert mentor. He is Satish Kumar. He was the MD of Henkel, and he is also an IIM Ahmedabad and Columbia University. He comes for all our monthly review meetings. All strategic decisions are done under consultation with him, and with his consultation only we take all our decisions. So this is the future of Medimix, and Medimix is going to grow in the existing markets, penetrate more into Maharashtra. Maharashtra is our cash crow market, and that's the market which we are today. The larger volume of business is from Maharashtra market, and increase our presence in Gujarat and Delhi, and develop e-commerce and modern trade. In modern trade, we are very successful. We are getting almost 10 to 15% of our business we are getting only from modern trade right now. And new markets, experts do the Eastern India, and new product developments. We are looking out for newer and newer product developments and diversification into new territories. So our aim is to achieve 1,000 crores. As it has been told, a Chinese bamboo story. It's a nice story. A Chinese bamboo tree needs to be watered every day for 5 years, during which it barely grows. But once it breaks through the ground, it grows 90 feet tall in 5 weeks. So this is what we are always thinking about, a bamboo tree. We are a Medimix is a bamboo tree. And I'm sure Medimix will have a substantial growth in the coming years. Takeaway for building iconic brand. Product is king. Great products create powerful word of mouth. Carve out your positioning. Do not try to tell the market what it needs. Understand the market and service it. Takeaway for building iconic brand. Passion for quality. Quality is not an act, it's a habit. Aristotle. Perseverance. Great brands are not built overnight. It's an iterative process of discovering and delivering customer delight. Success is when you look back at your life and the memories make you smile. Thank you. Jai Hind. The point is how well you are communicating the quality of your products. And the quality of a product makes all the difference. Today, there is no point in having a beautifully packed product, but the inside quality is the most important thing. When people use the product and they find what you claim, they are able to get the results, that becomes a success.
Like even our dad and mom also using the social media, so
Yeah.
they're just scrolling, they're getting influenced, so by that they're like, let's give a try, and they're going for it. So that's how it like makes
Yeah, the
it.
question is, are they successfully able to retain the success in the long run? It might be for a short run, it might be a success, but in the long run, are they successful?
So how do you make this decision bravely to start and set up your own factory, and how do you manage that on early stages?
The point is, we need a factory. Without a factory, we can't run our business. So we have to that's a strong decision which taken because we needed a factory, and we decided that Haridwar is the right place for us because of the operational reasons and logistic reasons, and that's a.
It's been a long journey, right? Like you didn't take over or acquire any brands, because like expanding a brand, like acquiring a new brand, it'll be like it'll expand.
No, we have in fact 2 brands acquired. One is we have Kutikura. Kutikura, we are having a national presence, and today it's been largely sold only in Kerala and in a small this thing in Tamil Nadu.
Sir, and how did you manage the 2 years where you didn't advertise your product, because like you got the northern territory where people like won't know Medimix much, and how did you manage your finance and like the 2 years?
Yeah, it was a very tough call. It was. We had to manage, and I used to every day sit with my finance people and decide whom I should pay today. Every day was really a challenging day.
Did you use any strategy for that 2 years, like to make your company stable, like without advertisement?
Yeah, without advertisement, we focused on sales. The field is the most important thing. Try to reach as many places as possible, and see that our products are placed in the right places, and people, when they want to buy Medimix, it's available.
Sir, how did you make the people of North India to buy a Medimix soap from India? Like they won't like prefer any kind of soap because
That's how my advertisements helped.
So from this session, I understand that marketing and advertising are the biggest positive to develop the Medimix company, sir. So how you would deal with the marketing and advertising strategies, and how much you invest in those marketing and advertising strategies, sir, from your revenues? How are you managing those marketing and advertising, sir? We
are spending nearly around 16% of our business. We are spending around sales and marketing advertising, and we always focus on. And we have a lot of internally. We discuss what we should do, and we have a brainstorming sessions, understanding the key this thing. Do market research, understanding the perspective of market people. What do they look at for an Ayurvedic product? So we're taking all these cues only. We decide on the advertisement, picture, movie, films, and all.
Thank you, sir.
Of skin disease, we know that pomegranate, apples, and oranges are good for skin. So I have never seen Medimix with coming up from with like Medimix coming up with food products. So why is that so?
It is not that, as I said, we use the 18 herbs which has been traditionally used by my forefathers, and that particular oil only has been the success of Medimix. But whereas when you're coming out with the newer versions, for example, we use aloe vera, we use different products we're using, for example, the face wash, body washes, and all those things. We are using different varieties of products also.
Did you reacquire the South markets from the other group?
No.
Or, well, would you be willing to acquire it now?
I know it all depends on the family's decision whether the families are interested to buy out.
So, thank you, sir.
Hi sir, my name is Haribhaskar Menon. So for a product, I think more than its popularity, trust is very important. So during your southern, when you were having the southern part of India, it might have been easy to advertise your product because in every family they would have an Ayurvedic product. So based on that, they'll buy the product. So did you have any problem in advertising in the northern parts? Because I think they are not familiar with Ayurveda and the other parts of the world.
No, but that is not a right thing. Ayurveda is popular even in the northern India. People in northern India also prefer Ayurvedic products. In fact, some of the Ayurvedic companies are very, very popular and existing only in the northern India. They don't even have a presence in the southern India. So there are products like that also is there. So it is not that northern India people does not believe in Ayurveda. That's not a fact.
So did you face any problems in the international market, sir?
International markets, yes, we have to educate. It is not easy, this task. We have to educate the consumers. What is Ayurveda? What is the benefit of Ayurveda? What is the history of Ayurveda? Things like that. So all our communications are based on that.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. My name is Rosemary. So, sir, I wanted to ask, you've been using the 18 herbs for ages. So, since it's 2024, things are changing. There are new skin problems. There are new problems. So, does it work still for the 18 herbs still works because new problems are emerging and people are, I'm personally using personalized products. Concentrating on personalized problems. So are you looking forward for personalizing any of these?
Yeah, that's what I said. Today our face wash is a successful face wash. I said we are using 8 herbs. Those 8 herbs are not part of that 18 herbs. And that particular face wash is good for pimples. And we claim within 3 days you will get a relief from pimples. So like that we have several other products. We don't use only 18 herbs, we are using other herbs also. And in the soap itself, there are several other soap categories are also there. Now recently we have launched a lime with moringa soap. We have launched a low soap. We have launched a cool soap we have launched. And we have a kumkumadi soap. And we have vetiver soap. So we have different varieties of soaps also there. So all these things, we are having different herbs.
So, do you find right now Korean makeup products are being very famous? So, do you find a competition with them? Because I don't see many people using Ayurvedic things. Personally, my friends, my neighbors, I've never seen anyone using Ayurvedic. And even in Amazon, if you take the products appear you with the best sales. Never seen Medimix.
But when you look into Amazon and you see our products, you see the ratings. We are having almost all our product 4+ ratings are there. So that itself shows the success of the brand.
But sir, do you find Korean, the other countries?
See, every product has got its own significance. We can't be competing against every other product. What we are, strengthen that product to the best and reach out to the consumers and saying what is this product all about, what is the benefit of this product and how this product will be useful to you. So that communication is a continuous statement and we are present in the social media and the social media we are communicating it and we are getting a good success out of it.
And I have 2 questions. One is asked my classmates regarding making a Medimix in an international market. And my second question is, you talked about experts, right, in the Middle East. And are you sure whether the experts are really using Medimix? Because in Middle East, the skin disease also depends upon the climate and the humanity of the conditions of the country. Are you sure that Medimix is made eco-friendly for the people of Middle East? Because I know there are two brands which are very popular in Mexico. One is Fa, and another one is named as Cleopatra soup, which is from Egypt. Are you sure that Medimix has had a very good growth in Middle East?
We are having a good growth. That's why we are successful in the Middle East. And today, Middle East, if you take in all the supermarkets, everywhere you grow, Medimix will be present. And that shows the success of it.
Yeah, even I use Medimix, but
thank you.
In most of the supermarkets, especially there's a popular supermarket called Lulu Hypermarket.
Yeah, Lulu, we are present.
Yeah, but the thing is, how can I don't know how to say that, but Medimix, they are not that much in supermarkets.
We are there almost all.
No. My father, he is in Kuwait,
Okay.
and he doesn't find Medimix. That's why I'm asking you.
But, that's a surprise to me. Thank you.
My name is Noah, and first of all, I would like to thank you for coming here and thank you for helping us. We are humbled and honored to have you here. And you've become, while noticing your slides and speech, I believe it was very motivational. And my question is, so I think my friends have asked a lot of technical questions, but my question is, you've built this brand, you've stood alone in the North region and you've built this brand. And throughout this journey, I believe you would have had many situations where you would have felt low, or you would have had so much of discouragements due to a lot of process that happens in the business. But what motivated you, or who motivated you, or if there was a failure in a certain situation, what helped you to get up to it, or what helped you to stand in the market so far?
I always believe in one word: perseverance. Perseverance is the only thing which you can face. You need to face perseverance. If you don't have perseverance, you will always feel that this is not going to happen. That's the only thing.
Thank you, sir.
We also thank our knowledge partners, Business Standard and The Week, for their valuable contributions throughout the orientation session. Now I request Professor Dr. Samuel Joseph, Professor and Academic Head, to honor our guest.